February 26, 2025, aims to facilitate Ukraine's economic reconstruction and bolster its security measures in the aftermath of the conflict. This development marks a significant turning point in the prolonged crisis. The agreement signals a commitment from both nations to seek a peaceful resolution. While the details of the agreement are still being finalized, its potential impact on Ukraine's future cannot be overstated. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is scheduled to meet with former U.S. President Donald Trump on February 28, 2025, to officially sign the agreement. The meeting represents a crucial step towards solidifying the peace process and charting a new course for Ukraine. The international community awaits the outcome of this pivotal meeting with bated breath. The hope is that this agreement will pave the way for a lasting peace in the war-torn nation. The $500 billion economic deal between Ukraine and the U.S. signifies a substantial commitment to rebuilding the nation. The agreement focuses on two key areas: economic reconstruction and security measures. A significant aspect of the deal involves granting the U.S. access to Ukraine's reserves of rare earth minerals. These minerals are crucial for various high-tech industries, making them a valuable asset in the global market. In return, the U.S. will establish a dedicated fund aimed at supporting Ukraine's rebuilding efforts. This reconstruction investment fund will be jointly financed, with Ukraine contributing 50% of the revenues generated from future resource monetization. The deal represents a mutually beneficial partnership between the two nations. The U.S. gains access to crucial resources while Ukraine receives much-needed financial assistance to rebuild its infrastructure and economy. This economic cooperation is seen as a cornerstone of the peace process and a symbol of the U.S.'s commitment to Ukraine's future. While the economic aspects of the deal are clearly outlined, the question of security guarantees for Ukraine remains complex. Notably absent from the agreement are explicit security commitments from the U.S. This omission raises concerns about Ukraine's long-term security in a region fraught with geopolitical tensions. Instead, the responsibility for guaranteeing Ukraine's security appears to fall on the shoulders of Europe. A proposed European peacekeeping force is being discussed as a potential solution. This force, comprising approximately 30,000 troops, would be deployed to Ukraine after the conflict to deter any potential violations of the ceasefire agreement. However, the proposed peacekeeping force is not without its skeptics. Officials in Germany, Poland, and even Ukraine have voiced concerns about its effectiveness. They question whether such a force would be sufficient to deter potential aggression from Russia, given its history of military intervention in the region. Despite the optimism surrounding the potential agreement, significant doubts and uncertainties cloud the horizon. The most pressing concern is Russia's commitment to ending the conflict. Ukrainian officials, wary of past agreements broken by Russia, approach this deal with cautious optimism. The memory of past violations weighs heavily on their minds, making them apprehensive about fully trusting Russia's intentions. Adding to the complexity of the situation is the unpredictable nature of former President Trump's actions. His motives and ultimate goals in brokering this deal remain shrouded in ambiguity. Furthermore, the absence of explicit U.S. security guarantees leaves Ukraine vulnerable and dependent on Europe for its security. These factors contribute to a sense of fragility surrounding the potential peace agreement. Whether this deal will usher in a new dawn of peace and prosperity for Ukraine, or simply remain a mirage in the desert of conflict remains to be seen.